Hello. Uh, it's me again. Hi. Uh, I hope you're well. Um, I hope you've had a good day and a good weekend. Honestly, I hope you've had a great week. It's been uh, it's been another one of those days today, for me at least, where not much has happened. Um, I've just spent some time hanging out with a friend, playing a video game. That was good. Um, and I've also watched some YouTube videos, and that's kind of it, to be honest with you. Um, it might be worth talking about the videos that I was watching. They were videos about singing. Um, I admit that I do like to sing um, in private, or at least as private as I can get in this house. I don't do it in front of people. Um, I'm also not saying that I can sing. I just like doing it. I listen to a lot of music, so it just makes sense that over time I would learn the lyrics to those songs and sing along, especially if they're good songs and I like them. Um, I think my best example for that would be the song Let Her Go by Passenger. Pretty sure I've mentioned this before. Um, it was one of the first songs that I memorized because I played it so much. And I think it is probably still my most played song of all time. Um, it's in the thousands. I couldn't tell you how much exactly, but I've listened to that song a lot. Not so much anymore, because I think with anything, too much of it can kind of get boring, um, or at worst, it can turn into something that you don't like anymore. I still like the song, but yeah, I just don't really listen to it anymore. I'll listen to it if it comes up in a playlist. I'll listen to it, but I'm not gonna like seek it out, you know. But yeah, I can sing along to that song. Um, I can sing along to many songs actually. Not that I'm trying to impress you or anything. I'm just that's just how it's a fact. I'm stating a fact. I've memorized lyrics from many songs. Um, but yeah, I like to sing them in my own time. And today I was watching videos from a channel who, well, it focuses on singing, but the guy who runs the channel, he listens to songs. He usually watches the music videos so that, he's kind of reacting to the music video while also offering commentary on what exactly the singer is doing. And I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that singing had so many technical aspects to it. And he also frequently talks about like voice control, not even necessarily related to singing. And I find that interesting because I I find just kind of sound. This is gonna sound maybe odd, but like the concept of sound, like how we produce it, how we perceive it, that sort of stuff. Like I find that interesting, and fortunately, that's exactly what I will be able to pursue during my degree. one of the optional modules that I'll be able to choose includes, I believe it's phonology. I think phonology is the study of like sound and like how it's produced and how we perceive it and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I just find those sorts of things interesting. Learning about my voice, how I can manipulate it in new ways, and like how I can access different parts of my voice that I haven't necessarily used before. Like he talks a lot about head voice and chest voice in terms of singing. I didn't realize there were such things, and to be honest, I still don't really know what the difference is. But I think, from what I've gathered, like typically when people speak, they speak using a chest voice, and then when you sing, you can access something called your head voice, which is like, it tends to be when you hit higher notes, you have to like, I guess you don't have to, but like people shift into their head voice because it's easier to control the notes at that level. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest with you. But that's kind of what I've picked up, like little bits of information here and there is what I've pieced together. I could even be entirely wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I find that interesting, that sort of stuff. Um, so yeah, I was doing that today. I was also admittedly doing that yesterday as well. Because I think it would be really cool to be good at singing. Because singing, it's kind of just like an extension of speaking, right? It's speaking, but with melody and tone and I don't know, other things, I'm sure. Um, it's cool. I think singing is, yeah, the idea of singing is cool. And I wish I was better at it. Maybe, you know what? That's just reminded me of something. Back when I was in high school, I was friends with a girl who was good at singing. She was like, she was part of like all of the major productions that the school put on. She would sing, within those productions. So it was like common knowledge that this girl could sing, and she was very good as well. And she was in my class, like my form class. So I would see her often. Um, we became good friends because of an inside joke that evolved from the day that I started until basically the end. But that's a story for a different day. So yeah, this girl could sing, and I remember talking to her one day and telling her that I wish I could sing. And she was like, "Oh, you should just go take some lessons then. Go take some singing lessons." And before that moment, I hadn't realized that I could even do that, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, it makes sense. People who want to learn a thing will go to someone who is already an expert and learn from them. I never pursued singing lessons, but with me watching these singing related YouTube videos recently, it might be something that I give a go, because it can only benefit my voice, right? Like I don't see a downside to being able to have more voice control and that sort of stuff. Like, that would be cool, I think. Um, so yeah, I don't know. This is more like a passing thought. It's not really something that I'm planning on doing, but it might be interesting to experiment with. And I suppose if I do want to go through with that, I'm sure there's someone in York who offers that service, and I can go and meet with them and see where it goes. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's kind of been the majority of what I've done today. It's been a very quiet day, which I always appreciate. And I've noticed that quiet days tend to happen when my sister is not around. She is such a noisy person. I've never met anyone noisier than my sister. Like, even when she's just walking around, she's like stomping everywhere. I don't understand how she does it. But yeah, it's been a nice quiet day. We've had nice weather. It's been warm. I think it was supposed to like hit quite a high temperature today. It hasn't felt that warm, to be honest, but oh well, it's still been nice. So Luna's been in and out all day, sunbathing, chewing on sticks and grass because that's what she likes to do for some reason. And then, of course, barking at every single unwelcome visitor that walked within the vicinity of our house. I appreciate the guard dog nature in her, despite not teaching her anything of the kind. She's just naturally a very protective dog. Yeah, so I don't know what else to talk about, to be honest. There's been no update from the university, no update or like anything interesting from the group chat that I'm in. People have been talking about which universities they want to go to in South Korea, because during my third year of my course, I will be traveling and living in South Korea for a year, which I still haven't fully grasped in my mind because that is only 2 years from now. In 2 years' time, I will be preparing to go and live in South Korea. Like, that's crazy. 2 years is nothing. So it's pretty intimidating, but I am looking forward to it. And some of the people on my course and the adjacent course have already kind of decided where they want to go, because we have to basically enroll at a Korean university while we're there, and then we go to that university every day. We study with them, and yeah, basically do what we do here in the UK, but in South Korea instead. So yeah, some people somehow have already figured out where they want to go. I don't even know what the full list of options are yet. To be honest with you, I'm not going to worry about it yet. I think it's way too soon to think about those sorts of things. It feels like more of a decision for like this time next year, or even later than that. But yeah, some people were talking about that today in the group chat. I just thought it was interesting. One person asked how they're even deciding where they want to go, which I'm kind of in the same boat as them, to be honest. But yeah, they just responded with kind of the same method that you would use for here, for the UK. One more thing. The closing ceremony for the Olympics, I believe, is still happening right now. But yeah, the Olympics are over, which it feels like it's gone really quickly. I think because this is the first Olympic Games where I've really even bothered to watch anything. Like even back in 2012, when the Olympics were held in London, and the entire country was like enraptured by this event. Admittedly, I do remember watching quite a lot of it, but I was 11 and 12 years old at the time. Like I was literally half the age that I am now. So even though like it was cool to have it be held in our country, I didn't really care for it that much, I don't think. But now that I'm older, I think I can appreciate it more. I can appreciate the sportsmanship and just how incredible some of these people are, you know? It's even inspired me a little bit. There's a couple of events that I think maybe if I dedicated the next few years of my life to doing, you know, maybe I could get in a future Olympic Games. Probably not. Let's be real. That's not going to happen. But it's nice to think about, I suppose. You know, it's nice to imagine. But yeah, the handheld. I don't know what it's called. Like the pistol shooting event. That seems quite interesting. Because I feel like I could be pretty good at that. I have fairly steady hands, and I can be quite patient and calm when I need to be. And those seem like traits that someone would need to excel in that sport. And then there's also the obvious one, which is the climbing. I managed to watch, I think it was the final of the women's climbing yesterday, or at least some of it. The USA won, and then I think it was Japan in second. Wait, no, the USA didn't win. The USA came second, Japan came third, and I think it was Austria that came first. Something like that. One of the European countries. I don't know. But yeah, that was cool. I still definitely want to try out the climbing gym in York. So when I go, I'm going to see if I can do like a single session, see if I like it, and if I do, I'll probably go there regularly. But yeah, in terms of like places for countries in the Olympics, I think the UK came 7th in terms of medals. The US came first, I think, followed by China in second. But yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed what I watched, and I look forward to the next games, which are in the US. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go, because I've still got another video to record, and it's getting late. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow. I will see you then. Take care of yourselves, and good night.